Hey, what is up guys? My name is Harrison Brown, the Millennial Entrepreneur. Thank you guys so much for checking out my channel. Now in this video, I want to tell you guys about how I literally get one extra day of productivity out of not only my normal workday, but out of my employees too. So if you're a business owner, heck, if you're a salesperson and you're watching this and you're like, I need to grow my business or I need way more time in a day, you need to watch this video because this one tool, and I'm not going to make you wait, I'm going to tell you in the beginning and I'm going to show you how to use it and I'm going to tell you how it's going to make your life a million times better, right? But the tool is called Clickup, and you may have heard of Basecamp and all these other things, but this tool is mind-blowing. Now, they say you're going to get an extra 8 hours of productivity out of every single one of your employees, and I said, garbage, right? Who can promise something like that? It's absurd to think that somebody is going to be able to promise a huge amount of numbers like that, right? 8 hours a day. You're talking about 40 hours a week. Sorry, that's 32 hours a week in 1 month, right? That's a tremendous amount of productivity. So how on earth do they promise that, and how does it impact you? Well, when I implemented this tool, I thought this was ridiculous, and I said, you know what? I'm going to throw caution to the wind. I'm going to try it anyway. Free version. Why not? Link in the description down below. But I'm like, this is ridiculous. How could this possibly work? How could this help me be more productive? How can I keep my employees more productive? And how can we make more money with it, right? I was literally so mistaken, it hurts. But on the bright side of things, we are at least 20% more profitable just because we implemented this tool. So stick around to the end of this video because I want to tell you guys about how you can implement this tool. But we're going to go into just a little overview of the tool. We're going to jump on my computer and things like that. And ultimately, I want to go through this with you because it is literally that important. I cannot stress it enough. It blows my mind how incredibly important this tool is. So, see you over on my computer. Also, while I move my camera, have you ever thought about like, wow, I really wish I didn't throw out that like microphone attachment to sit on top of my camera, so now I have to rearrange my entire setup to go to my desk. And I can't show you my desk because it's an absolute mess, but we're gonna cut over right now. Alrighty, so once we get into Clickup, you're going to be able to see this is the place for all your work. So if you use Asana or you use something else like that, this is essentially going to replace almost all of those apps. I don't think that there's a single app that this hasn't replaced in our business. So go into Clickup, where I'm going to shoot over my screen here, and this is where essentially we're going to land, right? So they just raised $100 million in their Series B funding to accelerate Clickup's mission, right? Pretty cool, some big names using it. Honestly, I'm very impressed. I've used Trello, I've used To-Do List, I've used Toik, I think is how you say it, but I played around with it. I've used Monday.com, I've used Basecamp, I've used all of these different apps, and honestly, this is exactly how it looks. So create your own views, right? So you have board views, you have box views, you have calendar views. I mean, it is literally incredible. Now, we don't even use a little bit of this functionality for the most part. Honestly, it's just better than Trello, and that's why we're using it so much, but as our company expands and grows, like things like calendar view is really, really important because now as we're managing different projects, we can then go in here and say, oh, let me put this in the calendar for so-and-so to do, and all this kind of stuff happening all the time. So it's really cool. You got form view, you have docs, you have chat, you have activity review, mind maps, which are tremendous, especially if you're planning content and things like that. So if you're a small business looking to plan content, highly, highly, highly recommend doing that. Then you have your timelines, which is very similar to Gantt charts. I don't quite understand the difference yet. Then you have your workload, so how much work people are doing. You have your table view, and then lastly, your map view of people are going to different locations. Now, like I said, we really haven't used that much. Used Monday.com, used Basecamp, used Trello, used Airtable before, messed around with Asana, blows Excel out of the water. Honestly, it really is the app that replaces them all. And this is not a sales pitch. This is literally something we use in our business every single day. And the moment we implemented this, productivity skyrocketed. If you're already using one of these other apps, I'm not saying you should switch, but the functionality that you get in this app is mind-blowing. The craziest part is, if you're interested in buying it, I'm not trying to sell it to you. It is free, and then if you want to pay, you can pay $5 for unlimited. There is some other options for business and enterprise and things like that. But honestly, we're on the free version. We have yet to find any need to upgrade, and I'm sure an upgrade's coming soon, but seriously, $5 per person? If you're a small company, that's really dirt cheap to keep everything organized. It's got its full comparison. This is not a full comparison video, right? It's just to tell you guys about it. But the cool part is we're going to log in really quick, and we're going to jump right into it. Alrighty, so right when we load in, we have everything. We have our website builds. We have reoccurring tasks, projects, content ideas, and we're working on somebody's medical course. We're helping them build the whole thing out. But essentially, this is where you're going to be able to see everything that's going on. So we have lists. Quite honestly, I really don't use lists as much, but it's pretty cool. On hold, set up Google, right? You can see mobile cleanup, SEO, all these different things. You also have boards, which boards are tremendous. And this is really where we use a lot of stuff. Calendar, honestly, we just don't use the calendar that much. A lot of things for us, it's done on a monthly basis. So as long as it gets done within that month, chances are pretty good we're golden. There are some other things that we do plan on using the calendar for, but for right now, I'm just going to focus on what we use, which is the board one. And you probably know by now, we build websites. So if you come in here, we'll go to the list of everything that's going on in the websites, and this is our workflow. So we have to-dos, we have in contacts, gather ideas, basic layout, right? This is everything that we need to build out a website. And these are all the websites we've built out, completed, and things like that since we've implemented this whole thing. Now, the reason why this is really important is because when you have employees, you don't want them to miss a step. So putting it out like this with a single step-by-step process, let me back up a little bit here. Putting it into the system with a step-by-step process makes my life a million times easier because I'm not checking in on employees on a regular basis. I'm getting email notifications, text message notifications, or better yet, just phone notifications and desktop notifications of when things are getting done. So I don't even need to check out the app. I know that things are getting done on a regular basis. And honestly, if somebody needs help, they can rope me in, they can add me. So if somebody needs help with something, right, your new project, we'll test this out. Right, so it's got all this stuff here. We can add time tracked. We can do share, right? If we wanted to share it with a guest, it allows us to talk to people that we're doing business with and things like that, and ultimately say, hey, you know what? This is what we're doing, and this is why we're doing it, and whatnot, and the whole process behind it, right? And they can see what's going on. The cool part is you can track time. So if you have an employee that's working on something, estimate tasks, right? If it's supposed to, I think it's going to take 4 hours versus not take 4 hours. We have the due dates, right? And then we can assign people. So we can assign out my employees out. We can do a print description, history, right? What's going on. We can create subtasks. So if one task needs to go through a board, we can have a subtask down below. Tremendous, right? So if I just wanted to do subtask, I can add it. And the other cool part is if there's a major project, we can keep adding subtasks till it gets done, which is tremendously important in my opinion. If we go back here, I'm like dodging my head because I'm looking around my camera. We'll be able to go through and ultimately do a couple other things. So we can add attachments. There's a huge amount of uploads available on this thing. We can bring it into contact, right? And each one of these is where it's getting done. Now, for the sake of this, I'm just going to put it into do back so whoever's using this, I don't mess it up. Set priority if it's a high priority, low priority, urgent, things like that. And then there's task settings. So you can duplicate a task. You can set it to reoccurring. Reoccurring, you have to go into the calendar area, archive. I mean, it's really kind of impressive, all the functionality that you get in here. Copy task, copy URL, and it just really breaks it down. This is not supposed to be a tutorial, but literally using this has changed our business. So everything goes in here now, makes our lives a million times easier. I just deleted a project. I don't know where that is, but it wasn't that important. And the other cool part is we have recurring tasks. These are some of the people that we do SEO for and things like that, and what stage they're at. So as this month has already come to an end, they're already getting ready to kick off new stuff. But this is the process they go through. So every single blog, everything we write for them, everything we SEO for them has to get done over and over and over again. Upcoming notifications, right? Things that you need to know about. New, clear, one of our customers, what's getting done, where it's getting done. And then you have your board. So we haven't built this out to the fullest ability yet, but basically you can see here it has a bunch of widgets. You can go in here, you can make your own widgets, calculations, time reporting, tasks by assignee, chat, text block. I mean, it really goes on and on. Custom, sprint, burn up, status. So if you're in computer programming, sprints are really important, or if you practice agile or anything like that, this is huge for you. Project managers, listen up. This is tremendous. Definitely go check this out. It's going to be just a whole whirlwind of good stuff that's going to happen for you. Like I said, I don't want to go too much into it. I know that this is more of like an overview shot of the whole thing. You have your home page, right? It's going to give you a list. And as you build out more and more projects and things like that in here, you're going to be able to just dive deeper and deeper into this. So I hope this video helps, and I hope this was informative. Like I said, all the links are going to be in the description down below. I'm going to meet you guys over there in about 1 second. Why on earth did I make this? Well, honestly, it's been transformative to my business, and that's why I want to pass it on to you. Definitely go check this out. If I didn't think it was going to be that important to you guys, I probably wouldn't have told you about it, but I really do think it's that important for you guys. So go play around with it. Go experiment with it. I think it's worth investing your time into. It's going to transform your business. And honestly, if you don't get at least a couple hours of productivity done per week extra, then I don't know what to tell you. You're not using the tool right, because it just works so well. And it's not just working for me, it's working for people I've told about, and honestly, thousands of other people, potentially hundreds of thousands of other people that are using this on a regular basis. So I hope you guys found this video valuable. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys. Oh, don't forget to hit that little notification bell. I'll see you guys on the next one.